We're going to do a short video today about one of the starter decks for Brawl. I wanted to upgrade it a little bit since it wasn't really competing with the normal meta of Brawl. The meta, I realized, is very fast, and the starter decks, at least this one, cannot compete. It needs to be a little faster, so I added mostly more creatures with haste. I added more removal because we need a lot of removal. Otherwise, since a lot of people are playing combos, we need to stop the combo. Otherwise, we'll just lose to a combo on turn 2 or 3. I added more draw because our commander was one of the only few sources of card draw in the deck, so I added a few more to, not depend too much on my commander, because it's very common in this format that people just kill your commander, so we have to survive without the commander sometimes. That's pretty much it. I added a fun interaction with Nature's Will, which might come up since our commander has first strike. It might give us 2 1-tap steps during combat, which is pretty fun. And I added a couple of ways to utilize that extra mana. It has to be during combat, so I added a couple of mana sinks at instant speed, like Treasure Vault, Fountain Port, and a few creatures with some ability. Okay, so let's jump into some games and see what happens. Let's choose these leaves here. Also, I'm thinking of making a similar video for the new Final Fantasy starter decks that we just got today as I'm recording this video. So let me know if you have any preference of which starter Final Fantasy Brawl deck you want me to upgrade. Okay, this is obviously not a keep. That's terrible as well, unfortunately. Okay, this looks more playable. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Urza. Okay, another one of those combo decks I was just talking about. So we need to kill Urza with Domri Ambush, probably. We're dealing with a 1/4. So we need probably this 3/3 with the +1/+1 to kill it. Flare Cultivation, not doing much here, but we're gonna keep and ditch the dragon. Start with a forest, although it doesn't really make any difference here. There are a couple of 1 mana dorks in the deck, but we couldn't find any right here, and we have to, well, assuming we don't get the creature countered or killed, we need to basically spend a turn without casting any spells in order to flip it and get a 3/3, which is kind of tough, I know. But currently, that's our plan. Okay, this helps a bit because this gives it +1/+0, and we don't need to flip it now. We don't need to do it. Well, I think we do need to do it now because next turn, opponent is going to play Terra. We need to kill it with Domri's Ambush, and unless we play this now, we won't have a big enough creature to deal with it. Remember, it's 4 toughness. So I would like to play my commander here, of course, and draw a card, but our priority is not to get comboed. We don't care as much about the token, we care about Ursa's ability to make tons of mana and, you know, win the game. Okay, so we can attack with both since this 3/3 is tapped. And now this is sorcery, so we have to wait. Ooh. What does this do? It doesn't help. There's one of these 4 drugs that deals 1 damage to all creatures, so that would have been nice, but okay. We'll use this. Put a counter on. This is not fight, so it's not gonna like die or anything. But we'll put it on the dog, I guess. Flare is a sorcery as well, and we don't care to ramp right now. Not at the expense of sacrificing creature anyway. They have 2 cost reducers, so they might just play it again. Yes, because that's the only important part of this deck. If you kill Ursa, then the deck doesn't combo, doesn't do anything. And the moment you stop killing Ursa, you just lose immediately. Unfortunately, that's the meta, you know, and there are a lot of decks like that where they depend solely on the commander and you just gotta kill the commander over and over. This is a very powerful commander. Obviously, it is a game changer in EDH. And we're playing a starter deck, which is pretty much like a pre-con. So our chances are not great, to say the least. I don't see us getting through, so playing our commander here doesn't do much. We could destroy, we could just play nothing. Or we could sack this to destroy an artifact. None of those options seem good right now. So let's do this instead. Give +1/+1 to the Liberator so it doesn't die. Try to get their health as low as possible. We couldn't kill Ursa, unfortunately. Holy shit, that interesting. Oh. Well, we can't kill Ursa no matter how we slice it. No. Hello? Okay. Yeah. I mean, maybe we don't want to kill the Solemn. That's a good point. Okay. They're down to 10 life. I still think it's gonna be tough to kill them. Though not impossible, there are a couple of creatures, hasty flyers we can draw. And go over the top like that. Well, they're not really comboing off, they're just going aggro, it looks like. Or are they? Because this thing makes everything so cheap. But they chose human just to recast their commander, I guess. A lot of cost reducers, you see. So they didn't find a way to combo, so they're going for the like plan B of big creatures, looks like. Which, you know, might as well work, kill us anyway. We don't find a good draw. like a big dragon. Or are we just dead right now in here? 24, 25 exacxies. Except for this. We're not quite dead, just only mostly dead. And they're out of blocks. So you want a 2-3 or do we want 1-1? We could also play the 1-1 Flare of Cultivation. Right? And then Samut. We can play both actually. We don't have to flare exactly. I mean, you can flare here and give it +2/+2 and attack for 3. You could also kill Ugin, but we take 10. We are not dead next turn actually. We want to kill Ugin, probably. Probably yes. So go here, here, draw a card. And we might want to hold on to this flare actually, because it gives this plus, potentially a +4/+4 next turn. No trample on it, but it can't be blocked by creature part 2 or less. I don't know. Doesn't look so hopeless anymore. I think we got a chance. Okay. Depends on their luck. Okay, they got a land. Not too bad. Do we have a chance here? Are they gonna mill us? Because they can. No, they're just drawing cards. I assume they're gonna equip the Nelsis at some point. Question mark. Are they out? Oh no. They found the extra turn. Patent. Nice leaves though. Okay, they're attacking for 14. That's fine. We can take that. It's not lethal. They do have an extra turn, right? Next one's gonna be lethal for sure. Fatness on the stack. No trample, but we are dead to these attacks, unfortunately. Okay, I think we had a chance at some point. It was not so bad. Had them at 8. If they hadn't found that extra turn, we would have had good attacks next turn and even an evasive flyer. I don't know if we would have won, but I think it was not so bad. Or, you know, a starter deck versus a tier 0 deck, a Hell Q, as they call them in Brawl. Let's play another game and see how it goes. And trust me, this is much better than starter deck. Starter deck wouldn't have a chance against. Or is that they couldn't even kill it once? We at least were able to kill it once. See what we're up against. The hand doesn't look bad. Okay, but it doesn't look like a combo deck this time. So no need to kill anything right away, although we have removal there. Bit of a slow hand though, but I'm not gonna risk it for the biscuit, I don't think. Yeah, a bit of a high mana value on those two. Maybe mulliganing was correct answer. We'll see. This gives protection to another creature. So that foils our Kenrith's transformation. Unless we get rid of this right now. We'll probably counter it here if they can. Yeah, they mana drain it. Mana drain is very common. This format. Like I said, it's very fast, very furious. Oh look, finally, a different deck. Unfortunately, this is not gonna work because of the giver runes. We could swing 2 creatures and force them to either block with the giver runes or let me draw a card. It's the best I got. I think it's the best line. Oh, actually we don't draw here. They take 3 at least. Something. Down to 13 already. This is not a dedicated Urza deck, so we might get lucky and not get a combo here. And have a little bit more time to deal damage to the opponent. I mean, Urza is a 1/4, so maybe that's just why they're playing it here. Might not have that much synergy with the rest of the deck. Might not be a kill on sight thing. Okay. 5 mana we got there. Math is for blockers. You got a counter spell there, Chief? No? Can our commander die? 1, 2, 3. If they block with everything, no, because first strike. They could kill the Wildfire Wicked-Folk though. They would take a bunch of damage. Remember, the monster store has trample. They're chomping. Yeah, they're killing that. They're not blocking with the giver runes. They don't want to give up the giver. If they give up the giver, then Kenrith transformation is online. Unfortunately. Oh. Yeah, they activate in. Oh, that's unfortunate. They used it here, but I won't have the mana to. I don't know what's going on there. So 0/0, sure. What do you want me to do? Protection from red. You cannot assign damage to it, but it just won't take any. Down to 8. I do draw a card, and next turn we can play Inferno of Star Mounts. Deal 6 to them. And hopefully with the trample from the monster store, can get them to 0. See what happens. If not, we can at least get them to 2 if they don't have a counter. Even if they do have a counter, this cannot be countered. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh no, that's terrible. Why? That's not great. Oh, look at that draw. Beautiful. However, we won't have the mana to do it this turn. Have to set up. So let me count, because if we do that, we have 4 mana. This is not legendary. We could play the commander and Boseiju or something else. What do we want to do? Boseiju Kenrith or Boseiju Commander. I think Boseiju Commander is better, but we have to leave a green. Although if they counter this, there's Karouge. Karouge Magdouge. Our health is looking good though. They don't have big creatures this time. You just need a turn with the Inferno. Unfortunately, if we attack with the monsters right now, they have enough toughness to soak it up, I think. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. They even kill it, so we can't risk attacking it right now. Fortunately. They did gain a life, which is annoying. They play a flyer though. Okay, that's fine. Blinking Urza, well, makes them a 2/2, but whatever. 3/3, whatever. It doesn't block the dragon. Yeah, that's fine. Bro. They seem to have a combo somewhere in that deck with those cards, but doesn't seem to be lethal at the moment. Might have, oh, they didn't. Oh, spicy. This plus this is a nice combo because you can get it to 20 damage really easy. Maybe we will try to go for that next turn and make it 1 lethal attack instead of getting them to 3 here. I don't know. We can get them to 3, or we can just wing next turn if Nature's Will resolves. I'll try that just because it's more fun. That gives them an extra turn. I mean, we always need to give them a turn anyway, but we don't put the win con on plain view, right? Because what are they gonna do with the Nature's Will? They're thinking nothing, right? It's when you attack, when you deal damage to a player. So we need first strike to connect. Maybe we don't win right away, you know? Math is hard. We kind of need to connect with Summit for this to generate enough mana. I was thinking of double on top. 12 mana. That's 18. 18. Not enough. Because we can hit on tap. A lot of blinking going on there. We might not be able to survive 1 turn, but if they attack here, are we dead? 24. We have blockers, so we're not quite dead yet. We can untap and add some blockers at least. And we do draw a card from Samet. He's alive. Pumping the kid now. Man, I think we have a fighting chance. We'll see what happens. We can float a mana there. We'll see. This cannot be countered. I will decline 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 or 8 doesn't make a difference. So I will pay. What the hell? And they already have 8 cards in hand anyway. No reach. Any shenanigans? Any removal? Have a marsh flats. Oh, we can tap it. Fortunate. You'll have a 5/5. I didn't see that coming. Forgot about the tap. Quite unfortunate. We cannot get through. And we did. They have 8 cards in hand. They probably have a way to kill us here. It just might take them some time. But I'm pretty sure we can block 2 of those 8/8s. If they hit us with 3 of those, we are dead. I think they have enough now. Oh, that should be okay. Oh, it was again close against Urza. Let's try to find an opponent who doesn't play Urza. One more shot. If you like the deck, I'll put a link to the full list in the description, and you can try it out for yourself. I think I only changed. You'll only need 2 mythics and 17 rare, something like that, to upgrade the starter deck if you already have it. The rest is just commons and uncommons. It shouldn't be this hard. How does that hand look on a red hand against Ren and 7? Shall we try it? It looks fun. Mono green. Yeah, so they probably don't run many artifacts, huh? I think I'd rather mulligan. Try to find some green. Okay, horse. A war's hand. I think we go to 6 now. But we need some card draw. Otherwise we run out of gas too fast. Too quickly. Opponent is in the tank with their first hand as well. Choosing whether to keep. Or maybe they are just AFK. If they are AFK, then I'll take the W. I don't mind. One else first hand. No green, but I guess we can keep this and hope for the best. The dragon as usual. Not starting, so we might draw a forest here on our first turn. That wouldn't be the worst. Okay, opponent is there. That's not a forest, fortunately. Okay, this is fine. Are we gonna lose by minus crew this time? That wouldn't be fun. But it happens sometimes in these games. You know. It is what it is. Cobra. You know, adding a Cobra to this deck wouldn't be the worst either. Let's kill that one. Yeah, it will protect it. So probably they don't block here, right? They don't have indestructible, only Hexproof. We don't get to make a treasure yet, though. We need one more mana. Opponent with the sick draws. Not envisioning a lot of chance for us this game. We'll draw a card and see what happens. Okay, it's a playable card at least. So anytime a player plays part of this type, which is an instant, or this type, which is instant, so not much choice there. We'll keep attacking because they won't block. Okay, opponent with the Planeswalker Commander online. Plus, they want cards in hand. Okay, so this looks like a landfall behind the deck. A value deck, so it's not gonna be as fast, although they did ramp quite. Fortunate. Are only 2 colorless lands. You can take them out. I just put them here because of nature's will. Maybe a bit greedy. Go face. Face is the place. Okay. We do have first strike here. And we have found port to... Cannot make a treasure with this. We can make a fish. Or we can just sack this for the treasure. Have 4 mana. Uh-oh. We need to counter its transformation, that dragon, so... I think I'm making a treasure here. We can also make a fish. A 2. Draw a card? Nah. Too risky. It fights. But we cannot cast this. This is just the discard, destroy an artifact or enchantment. This is not, so let's enter the dragon, draw a card. I hope you like these difficult matches. Let's see here. No attacks, right? Because we don't have clear attack here. We can play our commander, but I guess this is the best line anyway. But no attacks. Yeah, like the commander is 3 mana. We could have played the anywhere else for 1 green mana, but it's not mana efficient. We hope we draw another forest here and maybe we have a fighting chance. I mean, now we are gonna need a removal for the Nyx Bloom. Never mind. We are dead. Alright. Sad games, but I have won games with this deck, I promise. You can try it out for yourself and maybe better luck. Let me know. Let me know what you think about the Final Fantasy starter decks for Brawl. Which one do you like? See you next time.